Wellington-based People's Coffee is turning to crowdfunding to help raise up to $1.5 million to fund nationwide expansion. To explain why, General Manager James Beyer is with us now. So, James, tell me a little bit about why you've gone to pledge me for this.
So we were founded in 2004 by Matt Lamerson, still director and still part of our governance and advisory board. And he founded People's Coffee to make a difference in the world through coffee. So at the time, there were the big guys buying a lot of commodity coffee without much transparency. And he decided to go to the farm and meet some farmers and start People's Coffee sourcing only organic and fair trade coffee through cooperative farmers. So in that light, when we wanted to grow rapidly after moving to our new premise, we thought what better way to do that than inviting our crowd through Pledge Me, through a crowdfunding platform like Pledge Me, so that we could invite our entire community along with us.
What will $1.5 million buy you?
So we've set the minimum at 500,000 and the maximum at 1.5 million. And at that level, it will fund a new coffee roaster that would triple our production, taking it from roughly 2,500 kilos a week to upwards of 8,000 kilos a week. It would also activate our building here at 275 Mansfield Street in Newtown, and it would allow us to open our third retail bricks and mortar store. And then the majority of the funds will go towards marketing efforts and also rolling out 3 salespeople over the next 18 months.
You're looking to rapidly expand your supermarket footprint as well. What are the goals?
Yes. So over the last 18 months, we have wanted to activate our supermarket presence in Wellington, and we did that through our own staff. We took a bit of a pivot during the COVID lockdowns, and we thought, what better way to grow than direct to our consumers? And as a brand, we want to be on every kitchen bench across New Zealand. So our plans for supermarkets is to roll out our own salespeople over the next 18 months and to go national and hopefully grow our footprint.
You've highlighted some risks, though, and that includes increased competition. You're saying that the coffee market in New Zealand is quite saturated.
Yes. Yeah, and it always has, even back to the early days when we were first founded. And even more so now, where a lot of our competitors have sought investment or been entirely acquired by offshore, either food and beverage or investment firms. And that has made competition even more severe in Wellington, and especially across the wider New Zealand market. So that's where we thought, rather than going a more traditional route and looking for wholesale investment or offshore investment, we thought, why not activate our already thriving community, people that have supported us for the last 18 years, and invite them to be part of the next 18 years plus with us.
So you're looking to stay New Zealand owned?
Yes, definitely.
You're not looking for any other type of investment here or overseas?
Not at this stage. We've got some pretty big plans for the next 3 years. We see that going by really rapidly, and that's why with this campaign we really want to tackle a few key areas, which is production capacity, activating a sort of customer interaction format at our main HQ, and then going national with our sales force into supermarkets.
Will you need any extra funding after this campaign?
So we haven't really set our eyes post this campaign. We know exactly what we want to achieve now, and that's what we're focusing all our efforts on.
Can people exit down the track if they want to sell?
Yes. So we will be working with a platform called Catalyst. So that's where we can hold private market days. We'll likely do them after our annual general meetings and when our financials come out, just to give people the opportunity to either acquire a few more shares from the crowd or to maybe let theirs go if they have other plans.
In terms of your financials, you're looking to narrow your losses before heading back to profit. What's going to drive that profit?
So largely it's through greater margins through our supermarket sector. So we have primarily been a wholesale partner to a lot of restaurants, bars, eateries across New Zealand, primarily in Wellington. And with that comes quite a lot of cost. So we have invested quite heavily into our own workforce, into equipment, and then the ongoing sort of after sales and tech support and upskilling and training. So with this move to retail and going towards supermarkets, we see our margin is improving as we can go direct to the consumer.
Are you looking to um, get extra shelf space within these supermarkets? What are the challenges there?
Yes, challenges is a great word. So we have had our own experience in the Wellington market, and it's been largely based on walking in and building relationships with the buyers themselves. And our unique selling point is really that we source all of our coffee transparently, and we pay a fair trade price, which means that a portion of that price goes towards social projects and environmental projects. So it's a really meaningful transaction between sort of consumer and us as a producer. So what we want to do largely is tackle that space and really own that market where, being the New Zealand owned brand and one of the very few left, we want to convert as much of the conventionally purchased coffee as possible and give customers the accessibility to fair trade organic coffee.
Why are coffee shops and manufacturers heading overseas?
It is a tough game. I can only speak for our own industry, our own track record. We've been in business 18 years, and it's been all funded in-house by Matt Emerson, our founder and majority owner. This is the first time we have sought outside investment. But over the last 18 years, we've been slowly growing and chipping away at it. And these last 2 years specifically, we've had some real uptake in growth, especially after finding our new home here in Mansfield Street, where we've accessed just shy of 4 times the amount of floor space. And yeah, with our plans in place, we look to quadruple our production output, just shy of quadruple our production output.
Where will that put your market share?
Uncertain. The coffee market in New Zealand is extraordinarily large, and the majority of that market share is currently held by 2 major players, both offshore owned. So for us, we just see we've only just begun this journey into FMCG, into supermarkets, and we want to provide people the options to buy New Zealand-owned fair trade organic coffee.
And where will this put your staffing levels? Are you looking to ramp up staff?
Wrap up stuff.
Ramp up levels of
Ramp
staff.
up staff. Yes, definitely. So we are looking to bring on an additional 3 salespeople into our supermarket sector and corporate partnerships, working with local businesses. And with that, we're also establishing our first marketing team, something that we haven't had over the last 18 years. We've been operating on a bit of a oily rag and doing everything sort of grassroots and in-house. So partnered with the sales force, we're building out a marketing team to really amplify our stories and just get the story from farmer to our consumer and let them know all the awesome transactions that's happening in between that journey. And then as we activate our 3rd location, we'll have its own new team as well. So yes.
James Beyer, thanks for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.